Welcome back my YouTube channel, coin lovers and collectors. Today, we are diving into a classic piece of American history, the 1981 cent coin with the D mint mark. If you have this coin in your collection or just found one in your pocket change, you might be wondering how valuable it is today. Let's explore its history, features, and current market value. The 1981 cent coin, commonly known as the Lincoln penny, features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side. This design was created by Victor David Brenner and has been in use since 1909, making it one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. On the reverse side of the 1980 penny, you will see the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This design remained in circulation until 2008, making the 1980 penny part of a very familiar and widely collected series. Now let's talk about the mint mark. The D mint mark on this coin indicates that it was produced at the Denver Mint. In 1980, the Denver Mint produced over 5 billion pennies, which means this coin is quite common in circulation. The 1980 D penny is made primarily of copper, with a composition of 95% copper and 5% zinc. It weighs 3.11 grams and has a diameter of 19 millimeters. Because it was minted before 1982, it still contains a high copper content, which makes it slightly more desirable to collectors compared to later zinc pennies. When it comes to condition, the value of this coin can vary. A 1980 D penny in circulated condition, meaning it has been used in everyday transactions and shows some wear, is generally worth around $0.02 to $0.05. That's just slightly above its face value, mainly due to its copper content. However, if the coin is in uncirculated condition, meaning it has little to no wear and retains its original shine, the value can increase significantly. In mint state grades such as MS-63 or MS-65, the coin can be worth anywhere from $0.50 to $2 or even more depending on its quality and luster. There are also rare cases where a 1980 D penny with exceptional condition or unique errors can fetch higher prices. Error coins, such as those with double strikes, off-center designs or die cracks, are especially attractive to collectors and can be worth several dollars or more. Another factor that affects value is color designation. Coins are often graded as brown, red-brown, or full red. A full red 1980 D penny in high grade is the most desirable and can command the highest prices in the market. So, what should you do if you have a 1980 D penny? First, examine its condition carefully. Look for shine, scratches, and overall detail. If it appears to be in excellent condition, you might consider having it graded by a professional service to determine its exact value. In conclusion, while the 1980 D 1 cent coin is not considered rare, it still holds value for collectors, especially in higher grades or with unique features. It's a great example of how even the most common coins can become interesting pieces of history when you take a closer look. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins from around the world, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for more exciting coin discoveries and hidden treasures next coin. Welcome back my YouTube channel, where we explore rare and valuable coins from around the world. Today, we are talking about a classic American coin that collectors still love, the 1958 D Lincoln Wheat penny. If you have one of these coins, you might be wondering how much it's worth today, especially in good condition. Let's find out. The Lincoln Wheat penny was first introduced in 1909 and remained in circulation until 1958. This makes the 1958 coin the final year of the famous wheat penny design. The obverse of the coin features the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, while the reverse shows two wheat stalks surrounding the words 1 cent and United States of America. Now, let's talk about the 1958 D mint mark. The D stands for the Denver Mint, one of the major coin-producing facilities in the United States. In 1958, the Denver Mint produced a large number of these pennies, with over 800 million coins minted. Because of this high mintage, the coin is not considered rare in circulated condition. If your 1958 D Lincoln Wheat penny is in good condition, meaning it shows wear but still has clear details, its market value today is generally between $0.03 to $0.10. This means it is worth slightly more than its face value, mainly due to its copper content and collectible appeal. However, condition plays a very important role in determining value. If the coin is in very fine condition, the value can rise to around $0.20 to $0.50. In extremely fine or almost uncirculated condition, it may be worth $1 to $3. For coins in uncirculated condition with original mint luster, the value can go even higher, ranging from $5 to $15 or more depending on grading. And if the coin has a high-grade certification from a professional grading service, it could be worth significantly more to serious collectors. One interesting thing to note is that era coins from 1958, especially rare varieties, can be extremely valuable. For example, a famous 1958 double die penny is known to sell for thousands of dollars, but these are extremely rare and not commonly found in everyday collections. Another factor affecting value is the metal composition. These pennies are made mostly of copper, which gives them additional intrinsic value. Many collectors also keep them because they represent the end of the wheat penny era. So, if you have a 1958 D Lincoln wheat penny in good condition, it may not make you rich, but it is still a beautiful piece of history and a great addition to any coin collection. Before we end, always remember to check your coins carefully. Look for unusual features, errors, or higher quality surfaces, as these can greatly increase the value of your coin. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Stay tuned for more amazing coin discoveries. If you want, I can also give you a thumbnail prompt, title, description, and tags to make your video rank higher next coin. Welcome back my YouTube channel, Coin Lovers. Today we're diving into a classic piece of American history, the 1952 D Lincoln wheat penny. If you've ever found one of these coins in your collection or pocket change, you might be wondering how much it's worth today and what makes it special. Stay with me, because this small copper coin has a big story. The 1952 D Lincoln wheat penny was minted in Denver, which is what the small D mint mark below the date represents. This coin is part of the famous wheat penny series that was produced from 1909 to 1958. It features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front, designed by Victor David Brenner. On the reverse side, you'll see two wheat stalks framing the words 1 cent, giving the coin its popular name, the wheat penny. Now let's talk about its historical context. The year 1952 was a time when the United States was experiencing post-war growth. Coins like this were used daily in transactions, making them very common at the time. The Denver Mint produced over 746 million of these pennies, which means they are not extremely rare today. However, their value depends heavily on condition. If your 1952 D wheat penny is in good circulated condition, meaning it shows wear but the design is still clear, its value typically ranges between 3 cents to about 10 cents. Yes, that may not sound like much, but remember, it's still more than its face value, and it's a piece of history. In better condition, such as very fine or extremely fine, the value can increase to around 15 to 40 cents. If you are lucky enough to have an uncirculated coin with strong details and original mint luster, the value can jump significantly, ranging from $1 to $5 or even more depending on grading. Now here's something interesting for collectors. Some 1952 D pennies may have minor errors or varieties, such as repunched mint marks or slight doubling. These rare variations can increase the coin's value and make it more desirable among collectors. Another important factor is the metal composition. The 1952 wheat penny is made of 95% copper, which also gives it a slight intrinsic value due to metal content. Over time, copper coins have gained interest because of rising metal prices. So how do you check your coin? First, look at the date and mint mark under good lighting. Then examine the condition. Are the wheat lines sharp? Is Lincoln's face clearly defined? The better the detail, the higher the value. In today's market, most 1952 D Lincoln wheat pennies in good condition are worth between 3 and 10 cents, but high-grade examples can reach a few dollars. It's always a good idea to get your coin professionally graded if you believe it's in excellent condition. To sum it up, the 1952 D wheat penny may not make you rich overnight, but it's a valuable collectible with historical charm. It represents a time when coins were made with real copper and used in everyday American life. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more coin collecting content. And tell me in the comments, have you ever found a wheat penny in your collection? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video next coin. Welcome back my YouTube channel, Coin Collectors and History Lovers. Today, we are diving into one of the most interesting and collectible coins in American history, the 1955 D Lincoln wheat penny. If you have this coin in your collection or are thinking about finding one, stay with me because its value might surprise you. The Lincoln wheat penny is one of the most iconic coins ever minted in the United States. First introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, this coin became the first U.S. currency to feature a real historical figure. Now let's focus on the 1955 D Mint mark version. The D Mint mark means this coin was produced at the Denver Mint. In 1955, millions of these pennies were struck, but not all of them are equal in value. The condition of the coin plays a huge role in determining its market price. On the front side of the coin, you will see the classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, along with the inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year 1955. Just below the year, you will notice the small D mint mark, indicating its origin. On the reverse side, the coin features 2 wheat stalks surrounding the words 1 cent and United States of America. This wheat design is what gives the coin its popular name, the wheat penny. Now let's talk about value, which is what most collectors are interested in. A 1955 D Lincoln wheat penny in good condition typically has a market value ranging between $0.10 to around $1. These are coins that show clear signs of circulation, such as wear on Lincoln's face and the wheat stalks. If the coin is in very fine condition, with more detail visible, its value can increase to around $2 to $5. In extremely fine or almost uncirculated condition, the value can go even higher, reaching $10 or more. However, if you are lucky enough to have a 1955 D penny in uncirculated or mint state condition, its value can rise significantly. High-grade examples can sell for $20, $50, or even higher depending on their quality and grading. It is important to note that while the famous 1955 double-die penny without a mint mark is extremely valuable, the 1955 D version does not usually have that rare error. Still, it remains a popular and collectible coin due to its historical significance and classic design. Collectors often look for coins with strong details, minimal scratches, and original shine. The better the condition, the higher the value. So if you have a 1955 D Lincoln wheat penny, it is always a good idea to check its condition carefully or even get it graded by a professional. In conclusion, the 1955 D Lincoln wheat penny may seem like a small coin, but it carries a rich history and can still hold real value in today's market. Whether you are a beginner or an experienced collector, this coin is definitely worth having in your collection. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins from around the world, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting. Next coin.